I say Ayiko to our young entrepreneurs out there, especially the youth. Thank you for all you do. We are so grateful for having you.
It's imperative that we give some priority to STEM education, give some priority to skills development, give some priority to competencies that should be developed by our young people.
It's only when people have skills, and usually when we say skills, people start thinking soft skills alone, but it's broader than that.
It is a new day in the capital, Accra, and the usual hustle and bustle continues. With endless struggle, everybody is busily gearing up to attend to their day's work to make a living. And as it is stated clearly in the good books of the Bible, a hand that does not work does not eat. The bright Monday morning sunshine shone on Choko, a fishing community in the heart of the city. Jaden Inkum, not his real name, is also getting everything ready to exit home. Whilst getting ready, he surfs LinkedIn, a professional app for connecting and looking for jobs, which is something he does often, anytime he's making provision to leave for work. Jaden is currently embarking on his 1-year mandatory service to the country at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, and he is at the audit department. In Ghana, a system has been created such a way that prominence is given to issues surrounding politics, business, sport, and entertainment, ignoring some salient ones, and the prioritization of the observance of global celebrations is no exception. The media, which is at the center stage of this course, makes a significant projections on global observance events such as World Telecommunication Day, World Health Day, Workers' Day, World Environment Day, and other renowned ones, neglecting others such as the World Youth Skills Day, World Braille Day, among others. However, the World Youth Skills Day celebration will be the focus of this thrilling report. In 2014, the United Nations General Assembly, after deliberations, proclaimed 15 July as the World Youth Skills Day, which is geared towards celebrating the importance of equipping the youth with skills, values, and principles for employment, decent work, and entrepreneurship. Additionally, the event pinpoints the need for education and training that empowers the youth with the abilities to succeed in the workforce and contribute to sustainable development within their countries and the world at large. Jaden, who is now ready to leave for work, makes sure to lock his self-contained single room that his healthy living father has passed it on to him. He's carried to the bus stop, and immediately he gets there, he gets a vehicle to work. The theme for this year's edition of the event is dubbed Youth Skills for Peace and Development, which underscores the crucial role young people play in peace building and conflict resolution. In Ghana, there is a skewed awareness on the celebration of the event.
Today being 15th of July, we are celebrating World Youth Skills Day. I'm surprised that we are talking about it here in Ghana, and it's just among some youth who are aware of it, and it is bad. I'm sure worldwide they celebrate this because it's to celebrate the strategic development the youths are bringing into the world as a global citizens. But here in Ghana, we hardly hear about it. I don't even know until I started reading, and then I got to find out that there is something called World Youth Skills Day.
It came to me as a surprise, as a majority of the people whom I interacted with showed signs of uncertainty, as they had no iota of idea about the event. The World Youth Skills Day, since its inception, has yielded some positive results within the Western sphere, due to the level of essence the people within those spectrums attach to the celebration. In the diaspora, the World Youth Skills Day has influenced policy discussions and initiatives at national and international levels, which has aided in prioritizing skills development for the youth. Youth expanded programs aimed at enhancing the skills of young people, particularly in sectors crucial for economic growth, have been put into session through the event. But same can't be said about Africa. With the recent war that started in Kenya, the youth took adverse action.
The youth are actually important in the state or even in the society. You find youth contributing significantly to the world and even contributing their quota to the development of the country. You can take, for instance, what happened in Kenya. Kenya, the youth has to stand up and tell the government that we equally matter. And if we equally matter, it means you have to hear us out. And the president subsequently dropped the bill, that controversial bill. So that tells us that the youth has a say, and the voices of the youth are very important in decision making. And if you impact the youth with efficient skills, they are able to contribute their quota to unemployment and reduce the levels of unemployment in the country.
The World Youth Skills Day has fostered partnerships between government, educational institutions, businesses, and NGOs to collaborate on skill development initiatives. Jaden gets to work and went straight to working after exchanging pleasantries with his seniors and colleagues. In my quest to become more abreast with the celebration of the event, I had to seek the thought of some experts, and so I journeyed to the University of Media, Art and Communication to meet two lecturers within the Faculty of Public Relations and Advertising, UNIMAC IJ. Mr. Yao Jiu, who was of the strong belief that we are not biting enough as a country as far as the World Youth Skills Day is concerned.
They develop skills along the way, even in this dispensation where we are talking about STEM education. All right, it's imperative that we give some priority to STEM education, give some priority to skills development, give some priority to competencies that should be developed by our young people. We should put some measures in place to ensure that the Ministry of Youth and Sports and then the YEA, Youth Enterprise, take note of this and make sure that they give young people that opportunity to showcase what they've done. We can have an exhibition, we can have an event or an open day.
From there, I moved on to meet Mr. Ninokwe, a lecturer from the same department, but within the field of entrepreneurship, reiterated the fact that the World Youth Skills is less influential in Ghana and called for more awareness creation on the event. He also called on the need for the youth to venture into entrepreneurship.
Enforce policy that would equip students or the youth with the skills that they need to actually do the things they have to do. Skills are important. Skill development is important in every aspect, because when we even think of the concept of technology, it's advancing processes, a new way of doing things, knowledge management, all of those things happening there. And skills play a central role in all of that. And honestly, I think that it is important we first and foremost recognize that day, so that people would start knowing that, consciously we should think about empowering people. And it's only when people have skills, and usually when we say skills, people start thinking soft skills alone, but it's broader than that. But if we start actually fixing the word skills in our minds, or being reminded all the time, it would also push for us to drive the whole entrepreneurial narrative that we've been trying to do for years, and it's not really been working too well.
It has also empowered young people by providing them with opportunities to acquire skills, thereby improving their employability and socioeconomic prospects. Despite the unemployment situation in the country, there are individuals who, through their own craft, tend to create jobs for themselves without having to rely on white-collar jobs, which is sometimes difficult to come by. Anita Riafewa, a graduate from the University of Media, Art and Communication, who uses her sewing craft to make ends meet. Speaking to her, this is what she had to say.
I started developing interest in sewing when I realized I can actually put in some 1 or 2 fabrics to get a very beautiful dress. When I was a child, I think about 8 years or so, my dad was somehow involved with World Vision. I had a pen pal who gave my dad some money to give it to me, and my dad decided to use it to buy a sewing machine. Personally, I didn't even know I would one day use it. It has been there for years. So during the COVID time, my auntie sews. So I decided to just start something. Since we have a lockdown and we are just home, we are not doing anything. So if I have the initiative, why don't I take it up and then try and learn some 1 or 2 skills? If you get the chance to pursue any skill, please do. It doesn't matter if you've been in school, if you have a degree, if you are from SHS, wherever. Don't think because probably you hold a degree, you hold a master's, or you are still in school, you are pursuing a degree, you think acquiring a skill is for those who are not privileged to further their education. No, you don't have to give small opportunities a chance, because if you have a skill, no one can take it away from you. I want to see my brand established. I want it to be known out there as the best fashion brand. Some of the challenges I've faced so far and I'm still facing is timing, as in looking at how to balance other things with time I would get for sewing, because I have other career paths I'm pursuing. What motivates me the most is the fact that you would see someone wearing you.
The World Youth Day has taken the diaspora by storm in terms of youth transformation and development, but that is not the case when it comes to Ghana. The reason for this outcome can be attributed to the fact that we are not biting enough to make this event more visible within the country. The World Youth Skills Day can be associated to the Goal 8 of the Sustainable Development Goals, which centers around decent work and economic growth, which essentially focus on creating opportunities for everyone to have access to quality employment that provides fair wages, social protection, and safe working conditions. Jaden tells me more about his work and how it has impacted his personal life and professional development.
We review and verify the accuracy of financial reports, whether it complies with the financial public regulations.
Some are also of the view that COVID came with its own problems, rendering everyone, especially the youth, adapt to skills which is of great benefit to them today. In the same vein, the understanding I deduced from the Goal 8 decent work and economic growth of the SDG is that it aims to create an enabling environment for the youth to hone their talent, craft, and entrepreneurial skills, not only to make profit but also impact society in the long run. As part of creating awareness on the World Youth Skills Day, we had interactions with some students from the University of Media, Art and Communications, Institute of Journalism on the event, and they shared some mixed feelings.
We take into consideration that over the years and with the economy that we find ourselves in, and then with the governments that come and go, it looks like the youth always have to do something for themselves. It's the youth that are striving for better places. They are striving for innovation. They are striving for more opportunities for themselves.
Let's commend Ghanaian youth for what they've done. At least they are creating employment, even though they didn't rely on government or any person, but they did something for themselves and they've extended to other youth. Yes, so I must commend the government through its youth start. Yes, with the agencies of Youth Employment Agency and the National Entrepreneurship and Innovative Program for supporting the youth in agriculture, barbering.
We call on leaders to recognize the efforts the youth is putting in place to make life comfortable for them.
As a youth myself, I'm happy such a day has been set aside to celebrate the effort, the hard work of the youth. And I think this day will empower the youth to work hard. Whatever that they're doing, they will not relent in their efforts. And celebrating such a day will send a signal to them that all their efforts has been acknowledged, and even others who have lost hope in their country, like, so let's say it's a country like Ghana, people who finish school and they can't get work to do. And let me use the Kenyan University guy as an example, who has operated his chicken pizza and it is working well. He has employed a lot of guys. And
so I believe strongly that carving a niche for one another, it is revolutionary and it is industrial. Looking at from the ages which man evolved from, we realize that at every age skills begin to evolve. You understand? But one thing we need to also understand is that recognizing this day or recognizing this forum is very important to humanity, so that people can be celebrated, people can feel loved, people can feel appreciated, that their skills to humanity was not just taken for granted.
Graduate unemployment in Ghana has become a burgeoning problem the youth face. You go through the four walls of education, right from the elementary level through to the primary, secondary, and the tertiary level, with higher hopes of landing your dream career. However, this dream dwindles as you move from one company to another with your CV and other credentials. Just like a few individuals with no hands-on skills or craft, Jaden bemoans to me where he will be working after his service.
Apparently, I have no place to work now, but I'm hoping God will favor me.
On the beat to finding solution to why the awareness of the event is not really prioritized in the country, and why such individuals like Jaden is at a losing end, I spoke to the General Secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students, Ismail Tohesun Isaac, and he threw more light on.
While the celebration may not be widely recognized in Ghana yet, it presents an opportunity for us to elevate its importance locally. By increasing awareness and participation, we can emphasize the value of skills development in driving sustainable development and youth empowerment. As the General Secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students, we are actively engaging with executives to promote World Youth Skills Day through educational campaigns, skill development workshop, and partnership with educational institutions and industry stakeholders. Our aim is to foster a culture where youth skills development is seen as crucial to national development. Government and industries in Ghana should adopt innovative approaches such as expanding vocational training programs, establishing public-private partnership to fund skills development initiative, integrating digital skills training, and creating mentorship opportunity with industry leaders. These efforts can ensure that all youth, regardless of background, have equal access to quality skill development opportunities. My advice to colleague youth and colleague students is that embrace lifelong learning and skill development. Equip yourselves with diverse skills that are relevant to today's rapidly changing job market, taking advantage of available resources, seek mentorships, and actively participate in skill building programs. Your skills are your most valuable asset in shaping a successful future and contributing meaningful to society and Mother Ghana.
Fitch Solutions, a UK-based research firm in its employment outlook, disclosed that Ghana's unemployment rate is expected to remain flat at 4.0% this year and next year. This rate is the same as recorded in 2023 last year. According to the UK-based firm, the unemployment rate is accompanied by easing inflation, which will see a rise in real wages for many households. This report shows how dire the unemployment situation in Ghana is pegged at. On my journey to the University of Cape Coast, I found out from Apia Jehu, the chairperson of media and publicity at the Ogwa Hall on campus, and this is what he threw more light on.
We, the young ones coming up, what we are supposed to do to become so much transformative in terms of moving into any sector after our education roots. So I can see that this time around, those who really prosper in life, or those who have their success in life, are basically those who are into skills training. Because for Ghana per se, we are facing so many constraints in our economic development, and also unemployment rate is always increasing.
The youth themselves can start their own businesses, just like Anita, the seamstress. If the government is not providing enough jobs, and through the World Youth Skills Day, this cause can be vastly projected within the country, then a lot can be done with respect to strategic skills for the youth.
I'm suggesting that we can actually put together some events to, as a nation, observe skills development and competencies development, skills that our young people have acquired in every region, all right, in every region, so that we get to see and know at every level, basic, secondary, and tertiary, what our young people are doing. Even in terms of informal education, we see that many of our young talents who maybe couldn't continue in school have had to study or learn a trade or some skills out there.
As everything that has beginning definitely has an end, Jaden's day at work was over, and with the usual motivation that keeps him going, he spoke to no one and went straight to the bus stop, waiting for a commercial vehicle to transport him home. Tomorrow is another day.
The youth of every country makes up a larger percentage of their country, and in this world where the youth takes up large skills in doing or making the workforce of every country improve and develop, there is a need for us to develop our young ones, our youth, with skills, strategic developments and importance, whereby they can take over the country and will build our world as a whole.
The World Youth Skills Day event has yielded good results in the outside world, and if we take up the initiative of making it popular in Ghana, those results can be replicated down here. It is all about taking that delicate step. The government, the media, educational institutions, youth associations, and other bodies have to come together to make this cause a successful one, in order to generate a transformational and judicious-like youth structure, and not otherwise. The Task, reporting for Andiopon Online TV, Accra.